Hello, happy Buddy Walk Day. Because the Buddy Walk is virtual this year, one of the things that we really wanted to make sure that we did was to tell you about where your money is going and the programs that your donations are helping to fund. So I'm here to talk to you right now about one of my favorite parts of DSI, and that is our outreach programs. Down Syndrome Indiana does a ton of outreach every single year. Most years we talk to sometimes around 2,000 or more people every year to promote inclusion and acceptance. And so I'm going to tell you about the three areas of outreach that we're very involved in. The first area is education. And so we will go to your child's school and we can talk to a single classroom, we can talk to a grade level, we can talk to an entire school congregation and talk to them about what Down syndrome is and why it's so important to include and accept people with Down syndrome. And we do that free of charge. We'll go to your school, we'll spend a couple of hours there or all day if that's what your school wants. And all schools have to do to get involved in that is reach out to DSI. You can email me at Garner, Garner, @dsindiana.org. We also do educator presentations. So we can come in and speak to your students' teachers, instructional assistants, therapists, administration about how to support students with Down syndrome in the classroom environment. So those presentations really focus on why inclusive education is so very important to a student with Down syndrome, how students with Down syndrome learn a little bit differently than their typically developing peers. And we also talk a lot about behavioral strategies that can help support students in that classroom environment. The really cool thing about that presentation is that it offers free professional growth points to teachers. The presentation is about 2 hours long, and teachers can get free professional growth points, which is always a big draw. And again, the presentation is free. We come to your child's school to do that presentation. And in the world of COVID today, we are always happy to do any of our presentations virtually if that's what your school or community prefers. The other area of outreach that we do frequently is we do community outreach. So we present to community groups, to businesses, to different groups of people. In the past, we've presented to the Knights of Columbus, to scout organizations. We presented to a business once and talked to their employees about how to better support people with Down syndrome and other individuals with disabilities. So we are always happy to talk to your groups that you're involved with, or with your place of employment as well. We'd love to come in and talk about inclusion and acceptance and why it's so important that people with Down syndrome and other disabilities be included in every aspect of our lives. The last piece of outreach that I think is really exciting is our medical outreach. Many individuals with Down syndrome, or many families of individuals with Down syndrome, when they receive that diagnosis, get it in not always the most positive way. We very often hear, "I'm so sorry," and people are sad. And we want to make sure that all of our families have the opportunity to experience their diagnosis in a positive, healthy, and productive manner. So we do medical outreach presentations to doctors, nurses, genetic counselors, to social workers, any member of that hospital or healthcare team who is interested. That presentation, again, is free. We come to that medical office, and the presentation is anywhere from about 20 minutes to an hour, depending on what folks want. And we talk about best practice standards for delivering a Down syndrome diagnosis. So really focusing on what it is that our families want and need to hear during those very crucial flashbulb moments of that diagnosis experience. So that is probably one of my very favorite presentations to do. It I think makes such a difference for a family to get that diagnosis in a really positive manner. So those are some of the outreach efforts that Down Syndrome Indiana is involved in. If any of those things sound great, if you're thinking, "Ooh, I need that in my school, I need my club or organization to have somebody come out and talk about Down syndrome," give us a call. We'd love to come out and do that presentation. Again, it's totally free of charge, and we come to you, or we can do it virtually if that would be better for you guys. If you're thinking like, man, I love this, I really want to make sure that I contribute, if you feel like you have a special talent when it comes to public speaking or a real interest in any of these areas and you want to talk about partnering up with us to actually do presentations, we always love that. Reach out to us. Or the best thing that you can do to help us is to donate to Down Syndrome Indiana. So contributing to the Buddy Walk, making that donation, those funds that we raise through the Buddy Walk every year help us to be able to continue all of these outreach efforts. So thank you so much for helping us to complete our mission of enhancing the lives of individuals with Down syndrome. And I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks a lot, and you have a wonderful Buddy Walk day.